We're good. When you walk into a restaurant today, you see a great many things. People eating buffalo wings, burly guys ordering strawberry lemonades, members of the waitstaff clapping their hands, singing a song that resembles Happy Birthday in a different language that kind of sounds like a mixture of English and Italian-sounding words, kids crying, water spilling, man who has just eaten chip, laughing and spraying thousands of crumbs all over his annoyed girlfriend, smoke rising from a sizzling pan of fajitas, waitress angrily refilling drinks, mother scolding her child, stop, freeze, don't move. The world is yours for 1 second. In that 1 second, what do? Do you laugh at the craziness of humanity around you? Do you sneeze? Do you look to see who else is present in that exact second with you? Well, if you ask me, I'd be pissed. 1 second to do anything? That sucks. I have a whole list of things I would want to do. But if I had to narrow it down to one thing, I would take a moment. Now, you might be out there saying, Tim, you have a second. It is exact. You cannot place another segment of time within it. Take your second like everybody else and move along. Well, I promise you all I would not stretch the borders of our space-time continuum and destroy our dimension. I may have gone to ODA for 13 years, but surprisingly, even an ODA student has some limits. No, I would take a moment. I would sit down, reflect, think, ponder. I would focus on the people in my life, the environment in which I live, the activities in which I participate. I'd focus on everything. Okay. So I wouldn't have exactly enough time to focus on everything. So let me narrow it down a little further. First, I'd focus on my family. They bore me, they raised me by themselves, they taught me how to live life while letting me figure it out on my own. My siblings beat me, cursed at me, and at the same time never let me tumble or fall to the ground. Next, I'd focus on my mentors and teachers. They showed me the successful paths of life, the battles worth fighting, the ways to keep calm when the world around you goes insane. They cried and showed me their human sides. They hugged me and showed me their warmth. They criticized me when my head became much too large. They molded me. Finally, I'd focus on my friends. Yes, you all in front of me. Now, this would be the hardest to fit in my moment. There's just too much to say. My friends have laughed with me. They've cried. They've fought with me and countless times have broken my heart. They've killed my spirit before, kicked my legs out from under me, and spat harshness in my face. But would I ever get rid of them? There is no power in the world that would ever cause me to turn my back on them. They are a life force, a collective soul that oftentimes may put people down, but return to build them up stronger than they had ever been. They may hurt others, but with others, they hurt. They may need support, but will support you until you never fall. To me, they are my everything. Matthew Broderick, as the inspirational high school senior Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Well, he's got a point. In life today, we are completely absorbed with technology, pop culture, and the news. It seems that anything and everything in the world can be in the palms of our hands instantaneously. My iPhone can cook me dinner. My cousin's iPhone can build a house while taking an x-ray of his arm. My sister's can be used as a flamethrower. Technology takes away our ability to sit down and actually think about things. It prevents us from being introspective. It inhibits us from taking time to look at who we are. Personally, I value that time. I enjoy metaphorically looking at myself in the mirror and examining who I am. Oftentimes, I find that the person in front of me is not the person I want to see. We all have had that feeling before. Some of us many times, others not enough. The true test lies with our reaction to what we see in front of us. Do we let it remain and fester? Do we break the mirror? Here's my recommendation. Look beside you. Look at the people surrounding you. They're your family, your mentors, your teachers, your friends. They know who you are. You know they know who you are. Like I said before, they will never let you fall. They're not giving you looks of disappointment, but rather looks of love and support. Their support is what will change you. These people have touched our lives. They've stood by us and protected us. They've taught us and listened to us. Without them, we would be nothing. We would be an empty person in the mirror. Which is why, in the space of a brief second, I would take a moment. I would take a moment to think how fortunate I am to have those people in my life. Class of 2011, we are moving into a world that has no limits. It is ever growing, ever evolving. It doesn't have time to stop. Make it stop. Make it stand still for 1 second. And while you do that, take a moment. Think about who you are and where you came from. Think about the people who have touched you and supported you. Think about the millions of tears, laughs, fights, and smiles you have shared with them. Think about how, no matter how busy you may become, or forgetful, or spiteful, they will always remain in your heart. The minute you begin forgetting everyone around you is the minute you start to lose who you are. A dish crashes and shatters onto pieces on the ground. A waiter takes the order of a table right next to the table of teenagers for making a ketchup-infused chocolate milkshake. The craziness of the world is back.